So I've just got back from London today, a trip courtesy of Virgin Trains, who sponsored the ticket for me, so that I was able to have the mentoring session with Rajni Shah, my artistic mentor. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity by Virgin, and I really hope that over the course of the 12 months of the project that more of these opportunities will come up so that I am able to develop, and actually the quality of the work that the participants experience also develops and is of a higher quality, and I'm able to give them a bit more as well. The session was fantastic. Rajni chose the Live Art Development Agency as our meeting point. It was a great resource. I can't believe I didn't know about it. If you're in London and you're an artist or studying theatre or live art or dance or whatever it may be, you need to look it up. Live Art Development Agency. They've got a study room which has shelves and shelves of books, DVDs, TV screens that you can watch the DVDs on, a computer screen, all sorts. So it's really fantastic, and Rajni and I met there. The Live Art Development Agency team were fantastic, telling us to help ourselves, tea and coffee, that kind of thing. And it was in a really sort of quiet courtyard with a really cute little cafe. It was just a really nice environment, and in the middle of London, to kind of open a door and find this beautiful garden with all these little sections, it's really difficult to describe, but a really fantastic environment. And so it was a really great place to meet, actually, really positive. So we started off by talking about the mentoring session that Contact arranged with Lynn Scott, where she delivered a session on sort of mentoring from a coaching perspective, as she's sort of an industry expert in the area. And she gave us these really fancy folders, and in them there's all these various sections, and one of them included a pre-session and a post-session form that she often gets her mentees to fill out, and she was really kind enough to send those across to us for us to use for our own practice. So I filled one of those out for Rajni, and it outlined recent achievements, recent challenges, action I'd taken or perhaps not taken, and why I hadn't taken it to resolve those challenges, and what actually I'd like to address in the session. So Rajni said she found that really useful. And then I've got a post-session form to fill out, which I will do in a moment after this Flipcam blog entry. So yeah, it was a really great session. We started off by celebrating some of the recent achievements. For instance, a lot of sponsorship interest recently, as I put together some formal packages, which is absolutely delightful because it's a great project, and I'm just so happy that people are able to see that and are wanting to support it. So it's fantastic news. I've been speaking to some local libraries who are willing to sort of loan out the DVDs of stories that people have that I've collected from people, even to members of the public for use in-house. So that's fantastic news. So we can really hone in on the message of, we want to get these stories out there. These are everyday people, but this is their history, and actually it gives it a lot more significance knowing that anybody could come and pick that up and have a look at it. And also potentially looking at the idea of using a library as a performance space, and that's something I've briefly discussed with the Manchester Museum as well, and they were really optimistic about potentially having a further conversation about this. So really great news. Obviously Virgin were kind to sponsor the train, so that was something that we were celebrating, so that we were able to meet. Virgin Trains have been fantastic throughout this, and they have said that despite reaching their allocation for any uncollected tickets that they do have over the next few months, if I contact them in advance, they'd be really happy to send those to me so that I can visit Rajni. So that's fantastic news. And then we focused on the workshop plan and the interview questions, and actually how we're going to do a pilot study for that, what the worst case scenario is, what the best case scenario is, flexibility, types of equipment, that kind of thing. I talked Rajni through some of the activities that I was hoping to go through with the participants in the project. Mostly quite safe, but still with flexibility to kind of push participants who are willing to be pushed and go further, because obviously when you're doing something with the community, you never know what the boundaries are, and so you do really want to make it accessible. for everybody, challenging and engaging at the same time. So hopefully that will really help. So yes, overall a really great session. Absolutely over the moon. It actually made me feel so comfortable, as you can tell by my environment, which kind of encompasses the theme of the day, relaxation, comfort, and that's exactly how I feel. I feel really excited about the project now. All the kind of apprehension and bad nerves are being pushed to one side, and I'm feeling more and more excited to actually take the project and start interviewing some participants as soon as I've got all my equipment together. So fingers crossed, and yeah, I will keep you up to date with more information as soon as I get some. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.